let's let's start. There is one presentation of the writing, so we're gonna check at the end of this writing section. Okay, please open your book to this page 108 and 109 of the book. This is the writing. What you did yesterday was the context, mainly the heading of the COVID. You had to change it to a more romantic writing, right? Writing style. So we did all this also yesterday. So let's continue with exercise 4. We also did this. Okay, so let's begin. Exercise 4. Okay, because still you need to do the writing. And number 4 says, now read how story A continues. Make it more interesting by adding the adverbs below. There may be more than one possible answer, so there's not just one, there are others, right? So please complete exercise A. All of this. All right, using these adverbs. And there could be more.
Ni yo mismo sé cómo.
Mm. Please, we're working on page 109 and we're doing exercise 4. Okay, you need to complete. Okay, so one more minute, please. All right, I think it's enough time. I know both of you have problems, so I'll just give the answers and check. All right, so let's do this because mm, time flies and it's really mind taking. Okay, so let's begin. Number one was slowly. Yeah, she said there slowly. Um, slowly or carefully. Yeah. Ok, ahí digamos. Slowly or carefully. Number two, Joyce, Joyce. A voice whispered gently or softly. Then, what's the matter, dear? She asked almost instinctively. Yeah. He helped her up and carefully or gently took her arm. She felt calm and strangely light as they walked slowly out of the room. Almost there, she said encouragingly. Encouragingly, he pulled the launch. So check what you have. Check what you have right now. So those are the answers from the book. Both can be slowly, carefully, gently, softly, or careful, gently. Yeah. So that those are the only ones that you can check. Now, what else do we have to do? In what ways or ideas for a um, similar or different? What happens in the end? Which endings do you prefer and why? Well, that day no one said anything about what type of ending. I think one said that she might go. Yeah, she might go. Yeah. So what happens at the end? Mm, same thing. Another door cracked open and warm sunlight streamed. Joyce smiled and stepped outside. Okay. So it's basically A. Now, 6. Choose extract B or C. Por eso. Choose extract B or C. This would be your last writing homework, right? Because next week are tests. Tests. Choose extract B or C on page 108 and complete the story in 200 to 30 words, 300 words. Use the ideas, your brainstorm in exercise 2 and follow the advice. Okay, so these are the advices. Let's read it. The first one says, plan your story carefully, decide what happens next, the order of events, and how the story ends. So you need to plan. You just cannot say, sorry, let's do this, and then go back and then mix and too much work. So decide what happens next. You have already the open paragraphs. Decide how the main characters, so you need to include the characters, will react to the events in your story, and which verbs, adjectives, and adverbs will best describe their feelings and actions. So you need to use adverbs like this: slowly, carefully, gently. And for me, you need to underline in your writings. I'm gonna put it in the instructions, but you need to underline those adverbs because the adjectives are there. Yeah, we can recognize them, but the adverbs, I have some problems finding them in your writing. And all your writings are checked. The thing is that I have to send you back the test. Eso también están porque era sobre 300 sí, ¿no? 100 writing and 100 was reading. Yeah, eso también. Then use linking words to order the events in your story. Linking words. Then, however, but all of those. Yeah. Use direct speech to vary the pace and focus. Direct speech is like one-to-one conversation. She said, "I don't like you. How can you leave me here all by myself in this train station?" So that is the direct speech, right? Just a conversation made in the text. And when you have finished, check your grammar carefully, please. Make sure you have used past tenses, past tenses, past tenses. Only in the direct speech, it is in present, right? In all its forms. But you have to point it out with punctuation. It's not all the text. And time adverbial correctly. Okay? Time adverbials correctly. Ciertas adverbiales. Okay? So you can choose either B or C here, B or C, and try to answer all of these questions to make your own, yeah, to complete the story. 200 to 300 words. Okay? Do you have any questions about this homework? And this is, tomorrow is for Monday. Con eso cerraríamos todos los ejercicios of this unit, okay? Any questions? Any problems? So you need to do, and the advanced level, and from this time and more from the beginning, we always did the writing all the time, okay? Now, I'm gonna check who sent what. Ya vamos a ver cuántos más han mandado. Only 2 people. Yeah, no importa. We're gonna check that. Thank you for sharing your writings, because we're gonna analyze the romance that it took. Okay. Let me. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm getting a cold. I have not. This is the writing. This is mine. And it was for today till 6:30. The rest, ni modo, chicos. Using the same headings, change it to a romantic novel, page 21. So there are only 2 students that sent me, and I want to share their writings for that change. Okay? A ver, veremos. Okay, there it is from Miss Itzed. And it was interesting. It was your horror story from COVID, right? Of zombies and all those things as a group. You thought about that. No debería ser the great fear, Miss Itzed. You didn't read the instructions. Con eso ya va disminuyendo los puntos. This And always in the international test, must obey. ¿Ya? Tienen que obedecer la regla. No me deja. Aquí está, ahí está. Cachito. It was. Como han hecho toditos, eso quería ver. Si han hecho todos, sabían toditos el título. And it was quite long. The no sé qué cosas de COVID y todo eso. So it had to be like that. Ya, entonces aquí. That. It was almost midnight and the dog in my house started barking a lot. And I just had to go to the bathroom. And there I saw a ghost that was walking by my house, and suddenly he entered my room, and I did not want to enter my room, so I stayed to sleep. Sister, her room was next to mine. From that moment, all night I heard noises. Baby was fine, and then like someone was fine. No, you didn't read the instructions. Eso puedes rehacer, ¿ya? You have to change it to a romantic, por eso. Si estamos haciendo advanced and international tests, todo era romantic of COVID. No sé cómo habrán sacado su COVID, pero no me deja ver el chat, chicos. A ver un ratito. Creo que my computer. Un rato. Ya, ahí está. No, 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 no. No puedes decir, I thought. You cannot do that. If the instructions was basically on page 21. So please, 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 you have to be really careful. Porque van a hacer el CAE. ¿Saben lo que es el CAE, the International Test? Eso es pues, señor test, ¿ya? Bueno, si sigo con ustedes, si no, bueno, otro teacher hará otras cosas, pero conmigo hacen el CAE. Y es el FCE, o sea, es bien fuerte ese examen, ¿ya? And always read the instructions, always. Thank you, but Mrs. said, you can cheat, puedes, ¿ya? No problem. Okay, no, no, nothing, nothing. That's it, Miss Alejandra. Always read the instructions, always. That's why I put the page and, or you can ask by chat. The Dark Truth of the COVID-19. Was it yesterday's title? I don't think it was longer, but it's like COVID-19. Old guy who made the biggest mistake in his life. 1 week ago, he had, oh, Betty, because one of her friends saw him leave the school with her. He knows. A ver, esta partecita. One of her friends saw him leaving the school with her. Okay. He knows. ¿Por qué me estás cambiando a presente simple si esto es narrativo? Por eso quería ver con tubitos ellos y ustedes tienen que ver los writings que los corregía. Son errores bien sencillos. Ya que tenemos que seguir trabajando en esto. He knew, past simple. He knew he was angry with Betty. And he just wanted to make something, porque es un infinitivo, to make something bad so she could or would feel how he felt. Y aquí me estás volviendo a past. Yeah, but he never wanted to hurt her like this. And when Betty confronted him, he couldn't deny it. They hadn't spoken, past participle, since then. But James didn't want. Yes, you can send it, Miss Joseph. Yeah. Yeah, estoy viendo, Miss Alexandra, there are a lot of mistakes in the past. Estás mezclando. Si es narrative, por eso estamos haciendo narrative. We're checking all the past tense. Y cuando es direct speech, ella dijo, te amo. Yo también. Eso es direct. ¿Ya? Pero es en una historia. When you read a text, no ve, hay direct speech, pero toditos narrated in the past tense. Entonces, didn't want to be like this. So when he tried to go to find her at her house, something worse happened. Yeah, está bonito ahí. A virus, ahora aquí necesitamos un pasivo. A virus was spread all over the world. Okay? The city was a mess, and no one knew what to do or how to act. His family was so scared and didn't want anyone to leave the house and get in contact with the virus. A few days, the people who had been infected started to act strangely or weirdly. Just a second, please. I'm really, really sorry. Just a minute. Please, everybody, I have an emergency. Give me 3 minutes. Please, please, everybody, just give me 3 minutes and still be reading. Give me 3 minutes. Please, please, please. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so let's begin. So that is the main point here, Ms. Alexandra. We have to be really careful, and you need to read again. Read again, analyze. Is it correct? One more time and one more time. That's why I like to do a lot of international tests. From this level on, international, because there's the pressure. If you wouldn't have any pressure, you would think, oh, English, they don't care. So be careful with the tenses and respect the rules. The rules are there. Even if you don't want to respect it, I'll make you respect them. So that's why I need to observe. So for everybody, instructions, tenses. Yeah, por eso hemos visto todos los tenses. But I understand what you're saying. Very nice. Very nice job. But the grammar, necesito que pulir un poquito. Okay? Nice, Miss Alexandra. Then we have, I don't know, Miss Jocelyn, if you sent it, not yet. But I wanted to share. Don't think I know. No, look at me. You need to know how other works, because it will help you. You're not in class. If we were all together in class, you would ask your friend. Okay, you would have. Okay, Miss Jocelyn, you would have. I don't know. Ask me in that minute, right? So we have to work together. Yeah, that's one of the changes of these virtual classes, that we need to share our work, right? Because you'll get better ideas from others. Okay? Okay, so let me check Miss Jocelyn yours. A ver, voy a salir. Yeah? Okay, yeah, I have yours now. Let me share it. Okay? So the rest, if you're not doing it, I'm just gonna put a note. The thing is that what I've seen from even last year is not no one reads the notes. Ahí su nota punto. So it's something really critical. Okay, so read what it has been said. Okay, so we have this one from Ms. Josephine. Please. So that's the title. In 2019, okay, everyone didn't imagine that our lives had everybody didn't imagine that our lives would have a drastic change. Somewhere in the world there was a doctor called Cho, who thought it was going to be the end of the world because he had discovered a deadly virus. One day, when Ho was in his laboratory, he met another doctor called Susan, who had a very different opinion. And at the beginning of the study of the virus and its consequences, Hon thought that Susan was hiding something very bad. They want to say it. Mm, uh, aquí viene. Because he found out that what Susan was hiding so much was the love that she felt for John. Okay, ahí lo Okay, he pretended to be a woman. He pretended to be a woman who only thought, ah, ya, esto medio rarito se escucha. He pretended, he felt, or yeah, he pretended that, oh, yeah, I know what you mean, but it's really interesting to put it in English. He pretended, uh, knowing her, he pretended to know her, that she was only, her thoughts were only about work. Yeah. Porque si me pones to be a woman, o sea, de ser una mujer, o sea, me estoy entendiendo que él quiere ser una mujer. You know what I mean, Miss Jocelyn? So, esa partecita, me di que lo quite está. But the reality was that she didn't know that John was her crush. The Han was her crush. John. Si es Chinese, tiene que ser Han, ¿eh? Porque no es sh. ¿O habrá? I don't know. Pero lo has puesto John, so it's okay. It was many days in the... Okay. It was... John took care of Susan. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sus usos de since, eso me está preocupando. Since, yeah. Until one day the pandemic grew much more. Everyone went crazy. Didn't want to convert. Didn't want to convert into a zombie. No, didn't want to convert into a zombie. But in the end, she converted. But minutes before, John promised her that if she turned ED into zombie, he will do it too. Oh, and injecting himself with her blood. So, oh, all right, nice job. Again, we need to be really careful with the grammar, with the tenses. Yeah, just read it all over again. A best method for you to do is to read it out loud. I have fuerte. Yeah, I know you don't have time. I know you're crazy every evening, but it's a good way to see your mistakes. It helps me. I'm still studying. I'm still giving my work every evening. I still till 1 in the morning. I have courses and everything, but I still read it out loud and I find my mistakes. Okay, so it's a great method. The rest, I wish I could have seen yours to give you pointers, and you're just gonna see the notes. And just be careful. Hay algunas cositas que están arrastrando desde, se nota, pre-intermediate maybe, y no han pulido. Y eso no se tiene que dejar. Okay? All right, so let's finish with this part. Por eso, still we're doing writing. Okay, porque the writing, even though everything's computer, I can hack, I can copy and paste, I can do so many things. But your English is a refined English. You have to make reports. You have to say things. So it has to be educated, right? So that it means a lot of practice. Practice, practice. Okay, so it says all these points 200 to 30 words, 300 words. Si lo hacen en Word, porque Google, no ve del Google Documents, ¿cómo de rayos estarán las palabritas? He buscado, I don't know if it has it. I really don't know. Porque ya lo he destruido todo visto. But nothing. I don't know where to count. So I do it on Word. Yeah, it's much easier. 200 to 300 words. Yeah. If you're using Classroom, me ponen abajito cuántas palabras. Okay, so again, choose extra B or C on page 108 and complete the story. Use adverbs, use adjectives, use whatever you want, linking words, use all of them, okay? Because it will refine. And at the end, you'll see that your English must be improving. Remember that at the end, you have to write your projects. And that means that it's going to be a part of you that is going to be written in a piece of paper. And you have to present it in front of the jury, el jurado. So that means practice and not make mistakes. Okay? So let's go back to the book. Así que vayan esito refinando, chicos. And we have this, the last part. And is the last word. Yeah, con eso terminamos. Breaking the rules of English. Ta-da! Breaking the rules of English. Why do we break the rules of English? Because we break the rules in Spanish. Oh. So read two quotations on the subject of English grammar rules. What point is being made by both writers? Okay, the first one says, ending a sentence with a preposition is something up with which I will not put. Winston Churchill, he said that. But if you analyze ending a sentence with a preposition, which ones are preposition? On, in, what else? Over, uh, next to, todo eso, ¿no? Prepositions. ¿Cómo les voy a decir? Yeah, the preposition is something up with which I will not put. Y este put, ¿qué es este put? Is it a preposition? It's kind of strange. Put is a verb, right? Preposition is something something up. Ah, aquí está su preposición medio rarito, pero es. Y eso lo dijo Winston Churchill. So it's a contradiction, this quotation. Then we have there is a busybody on our staff who devotes a lot of his time to chasing split infinitives. Every good literary craftsman splits his infinitives when the sense demands it. I call for the immediate dismissal of this pedant. It is of no consequence whether he decides to go quickly or quickly to go, or to quickly go. The important thing is that he should go at once. This was said by George Bernard Shaw, the author of The Pygmalion, in a letter to the Times paper. So here in this part, split infinitives. ¿No ven? Turn on the light. Los infinitivos. ¿Ya? Turn on the light. Ahí no hay infinitivos. Porque aquí pone ¿qué se llama? An example. To go quickly. Yeah. Or quickly to go. Or to quickly go. ¿Ya? Entonces aquí es chasing infinitives, to devote, o sea, hay algunos que no quieren. Every good literary craftsman, the writers, split his infinitives when the sense demands it, cuando el sentido, it demands it. I called for the immediate dismissal of this pedant. Ya, de estos pedantes. ¿Ya? So, la cuestión es just to go, right? And he's just observing this. So, in these rules, like it says, what point is being made by both writers that is pedantic and often results unnatural sounding English. Yeah. We have 5 minutes. Yeah. And we'll be back again. But think not to sound pedant. Yeah. Or unnatural. That's why I know when you're using Google. Porque Google lo hace, no, it doesn't think. It does not think. It's not a human being. So sometimes the English that is written, it sounds pedant and unnatural. Y tú, man, ¿qué puedes decir? Oh, man. No, don't rely too much on Google. Be natural. Use the rules that you know. Yeah. Now, it says in number 2, work with a partner. There are some rules in English which linguistic pedants insist should be taught to children. Read these tips and say how the rule in each one is broken. Correct them pedantically where possible. Yeah, so these are the rules. Just read it. Yeah, 20 tips for proper English. Just read it. Yeah, and then we're gonna do it slowly, for you to understand. Okay. Please. How are you? You read all 20 rules. Maybe some of them, what is this strange? ¿Cómo, cómo, cuándo, qué hora? Don't worry about it. It's just information for you. Okay. Oh man, we have a minute. So when we return, I'll show. We're gonna work this out. Okay.